Hello, and welcome to another edition of Behind a Song. And today we'll talk about consequences, or more specifically, consequences part 1. Consequences is actually a trilogy of songs that I wrote for a short film called Consequences. And it all began with part 1. And I actually really love this song. When I read the script for the film, the short film, I read it quite a few times actually. I really wanted to understand the motivations of some of the characters, and then I thought, how do I fuse together the things that I've experienced and what the character's going through? I didn't know how to just capture, I guess, the characters' emotions. And then I was thinking, well, the album Caught Up was almost finished, and I felt it needed one more song, and because that journey's through falling in love and having problems and then going through this toxic relationship and regrets, like tracks like Shoulda Woulda, that Consequences felt like a natural progression. And I thought, well, in that case, I really wanted to find those elements, the similarities between the things that I've been going through and what the characters in the film are going through, which is essentially a power struggle. In the instance of the film, it's not a romantic relationship and power struggle, but it's the same struggle of trying to overcome forces greater than yourself and essentially fighting back and finding who you are and what you stand for. Are you complaining? Can you come here? At least be in the video if you're gonna make noise. Hello buddy. And you know, the lines like, I am back from the dead, is essentially how I felt. But I said, that's how the character is feeling, without giving away too much. So I wanted to be able to fuse those two things together. And when it came to producing the song, and I worked with Izaac again from The Grove, and I love Izaac, he's great. I was explaining to him that I wanted to create this really dramatic, big vibe, like almost choir-like effect on the track, to sort of really add that extra layer of not just importance but drama to the track. This, you know, lines like, breaking free is all I can do. I got really emotional when I was writing some of these lines, because the toxic relationship I was in, I felt like I was falling, and I felt like I was drowning and suffocating beneath the power of the other person. And that's how the character feels. Essentially, they feel the weight of what the character with more power wants them to do. So, but yeah, essentially that's kind of what I wanted to get to, is really just express that ultimately our actions have consequences, and ultimately everybody gets their turn. So if you do terrible things, your time will come. And I guess that's what it's about. It's overcoming, it's regaining your power. It's, you know, the line, trembling, searching for my power, is what I was doing when I was in that relationship. And I could really relate that with the character in the film, because they were searching, they were trying to overcome. So it was everything that I was feeling at that time. So I felt like it really connected. And it's probably my second favorite song on the album. I don't know, it changes every day, but I do like to listen to this song to remind me the things that I have been able to overcome. Yeah. And I guess there is part 2 and part 3, and they're very different songs. And I didn't mention, in terms of, I guess, inspiration, I was very much inspired by Billie Eilish, No Time to Die, for this song. My inspirations come from all sorts of different places, from Queen to Nirvana to Hans Zimmer. I think even for this track, I listened to a lot of Hans Zimmer because I wanted it to be quite cinematic and big. And, you know, when I talk to music supervisors about this song, they, you know, the feedback they give me is, this is like a trailer-like, you know, it's very big film-like song. And I had so many ideas for doing a video for this, and really expressing that battle against other forces. And hopefully I'll still get to make that. I don't work with a major label, so I don't have time constraints. I feel like I can do videos whenever I want for songs, whenever I can afford them, whenever it makes sense. So I don't think it's important to me to release it 2 weeks after the song comes out or whatever. Because to me, the song is not dead once it's been released 6 months, 12 months. It evolves because people discover it and people find different things out about it and get different things out of it. So I think it just continues to live on and create different things for different people. So that's it. That's Consequences Part 1. And if you have a short attention span, there's also a radio edit available that is a minute shorter. And don't worry, I didn't take out any of the good lyrics. We just cut some of the instrumental bits a bit shorter. It was more a music supervisor request. I love the long version. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you can hear those influences from Billie Eilish, or if you can hear something completely different. I'm keen to know how people hear my music, because I kind of hear my music in the story, overall story that I'm trying to tell. So it's quite different to what other people experience, but I'm always keen to hear what you get out of what I create. Hope you love it as much as I do, and I'll talk to you next time.